Welcome to the Introduction to the Nervous System. As always, we have 5 objectives, and the objectives for this section, again, are things that you will be able to do to explain, to describe, to put into practice the things that you've learned in this module. The first objective will be to explain the distinction between the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. The second objective will be to describe the bones and meningeal membranes enclosing the central nervous system, and on a good day protecting it. In cases of trauma, the bones are one of the instruments of injury. The third objective will be to explain the basic structure of motor and sensory neurons in the peripheral nervous system. This will need a bit of work. Fourth, describe the somatic motor nerve pathway from the central nervous system to a skeletal muscle, and describe the visceral motor nerve pathway from the central nervous system to a smooth muscle in a blood vessel or an organ. And finally, if 4 is the motor pathways, both somatic and visceral, and we'll explain those terms in a minute, 5 is to describe the somatic sensory nerve pathway from a bone, joint, or muscle in the limbs to the central nervous system. And since this is the musculoskeletal anatomy course, that will be important not only for understanding the anatomy, but also for helping you figure out your diagnosis in each of the cases. And also to describe the visceral sensory nerve pathway from a smooth muscle, such as you would find in a blood vessel or in the walls of the respiratory, digestive, or urogenital organs, from that smooth muscle back to the central nervous system. As always, we'll be starting with your review exercise. The tissue illustrated is an example of which of the following 5 tissues?